Welcome to my next video in the series documenting my journey through AI technologies to build a client self-booking system or patient appointment booking system using AI technologies. In this video, we're kicking off the product selection and initiating the actual build process. So here we go. I went to Upwork and did a search on there for people wanting software applications written, and one of them was a medical clinic in the United States wanted an application where either existing or new patients could go online and book an appointment with the doctor of their choice and submit their details, submit credit card details and upload documents, scans or whatever, test results, and all without any interaction with the receptionist or the admin staff or the medical staff. So I got the specifications for that and expanded it, turned it into a functional spec, and then started the real journey. I started with bolt.new. It spent 3 weeks going around in circles. It was so it produced code using TypeScript. I think it was TypeScript and Node.js. And what started as an okay looking prototype, as soon as we started building functionality into it, everything just got broken, and it couldn't read the code and understand what the problem was. All it would do was give me a guess. And it said, "Oh, try this," and it would give me all some new code, and I'd upload that, and it would be even more broken. And it would go around in circles, and it would forget that what it's suggesting we just tried 2 hours ago. And after 3 weeks of going around in circles and ending up with a blank screen that was completely broken and nothing worked, so I just deleted the whole thing. Tried something else. Basically, I went away and made all these other little things, and then came back to it when Gemini 2.5 and Claude 2.7 or 3.7, whatever it is. So I used Visual Studio Code. Now I'll bring that up. So this is Visual Studio Code. Using Claude 3.7, sorry, not 2.7, 3.7. Okay, so Visual Studio Code is using Claude 3.7 Sonnet, but it's going through Open Router. So Open Router I have to pay for, but I'm also paying for Anthropic, so I'm paying twice. I have no idea why it insists on going through Open Router. Or Open Router if you're English. But anyway, that and I used, sorry, I missed a step. So I went on to V0. Where are we? V0. Let's find V0. Here we go. So V0. This is the first version it came up with, which, as you can see, is really horrible. I scrapped that entirely and started again with a new set of instructions. And this is the second version. It came up, actually it's version 3. It came up with, as you can see, it's much nicer. So I've downloaded that. V0 is very good for creating simple prototypes. And then I moved it over to Visual Studio Code and started building the customer-facing, the client-facing front end. So I use this with RuCode. So I've got RuCode there. Open Claude 3.7 Sonnet via Open Router. Got that pretty much working using plain vanilla HTML, JavaScript, CSS, and PHP, modern PHP, and MySQL in the back end. And that worked really well. It took a fair bit of work to get it working. It's like at least a week, maybe 2 weeks, actually probably 3 weeks to get all the kinks out and get all the functionality, but it's fully functional. So it's all the database interface in the back end, and I'll step you through that, the actual functionality shortly. And then got to a certain point, then we had problems. It would get stuck in a loop, constantly calling Open Router and sending the same request up to it over and over and over again, and would use up all of my credit. So then I'd have to go onto Open Router and put another $10, and it would go around in circles and then do the same thing. And in fact, one of these applications, I forget which one it was, I think it was this one, just to try to get one function working, I used up $50 on Open Router. So then, since I got the user front end working, the patient facing side of it, functionality, I've switched over to Cursor. So now I use Cursor all the time. But what I found is that Cursor and Visual Studio Code produce different styles of code. Now, I've just forgotten. I suspect I'm using Gemini 2.5 because I think if I was using Claude 3.7, it would produce the same style of code as Visual Studio VS Code produced using Claude 3.7. That's why I think I've set this one for Gemini, but it might even be automatic. It might just choose to do it whichever, use whichever one it wants. So, okay, anyway, doesn't matter. So this is Cursor. I've found it very good. It reads the code. So this is the directory system, and it actually looks at the code, and it will go through and it'll update all of the code. And I've set it to update automatically, so I don't have to keep saying accept, accept, accept. And it comes up with ideas. So here I've actually asked it to think about something and come up with some ideas about how it would work. So it's come up with ideas for the database and then the design, but it hasn't actually written any code yet. It's just come up with ideas, and then it asks what I want to do next. So that's what I'm using at the moment. So it's Cursor. And this is the website at the moment. So it's a patient booking system. You can actually go on and have a play with it, mybooking.clinic. I'm in the process of generalizing it and parameterizing it so that it can be used by any sort of a service, not necessarily cardiac care clinics. So the book an appointment. So if you're a new patient, enter all your details. If you're an existing patient, then you enter your email address and your phone number, and it sends a two-factor authentication code to your phone, which you then have to enter in. Now that uses Twilio, so I had to build in the Twilio integration, API integration at the back end, but I used Cursor to create that code. I do sometimes have to, no, did I use, I'm not sure now. No, I think I actually used Visual Studio Code and Claude 3.7. to create all of the patient front end. So this can be used for any sort of a service. So it could be a physiotherapist, it could be a personal trainer, it could be a veterinary clinic, basically anything, an accountant, a lawyer, anywhere where you have clients who want to book appointments, and it comes up with the list of practitioners. You select one, and then it displays the calendar. So you pick a day, and then for that day, it shows you what time slots are currently available for that practitioner for that day, and you just select one. And save it and put in your credit card details, so that if you don't show up, or if you are simply a malicious hacker, you can't book an appointment and block out a whole day unless you put in your credit card details for each appointment, and those credit card details will be, they currently aren't validated because it's not live, but they will be validated at time of booking an appointment. So I have Stripe integration for credit card handling. I already have that set up, so that'll be easy, but I'll use Cursor to create the code to do that. That'll be easy. So we've got Stripe for credit card integration, we've got SendGrid for email integration, and we've got Twilio for two-factor authentication. This is my analytics dashboard that I got an AI to create in basically an hour, and that actually worked really well. Yesterday there were 60 visits, so yeah, quite a few. And then we can see Australia, so that was me. So if I click on Australia, you'll see it's Brisbane and Sydney. Yeah, so it's the last 30 days because I've been in Brisbane and Sydney. So that's all me. If I look at other, where's other? Wow, look how many countries have accessed my website. How bizarre. Moscow, Singapore, Indonesia. Okay. What about China, the Netherlands? 71 from the Netherlands, China 129, United States 282. This is all together for the last 30 days. Santa Clara. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's where we're up to, and in a later video, we'll have a look at the back end, because there's a lot more to this website than just a pop-up appointment booking system, which I'll walk you through in future videos. So it's getting close. It's getting quite close to going live, but there's still a fair bit of work to do. Anyway, catch you later, alligators. So that was a quick look at the client-facing front-end code, and in future videos, the upcoming videos will be looking in more detail at the front end, and having a look at the back end and the process of developing code there using Cursor. Okay, bye for now.